Welcome to the first of two webinars on the Draft Delivery Program. I'm Caroline Foley and I manage the team that develops the Council's budget and our financial plan for the future. This webinar focuses on the draft budget for 21-22. This presentation will touch on where Council's money comes from and how this will be invested into the community. I'll also let you know where you can find out more information and how to provide us with your feedback. Each year, Council develops a budget to provide infrastructure and services for the benefit of our community. This year we've done our planning through a lens of resilience and recovery. The past year has brought us many challenges with storms, floods and COVID-19. With these factors in mind, the draft budget has a strong focus on community safety, financial security and building adaptability into everything we do. The impact of COVID-19 on our budget over the past 2 financial years is around $29 million. Our strong financial position has meant we were able to respond to the impact on our operations and provide support to our community and businesses when they needed it most. Our proposed budget for 21-22 seeks to continue to build on this strong financial position, paying down debt and finding efficiencies. The budget is underpinned by the Council's long-term financial plan. This contains financial objectives to ensure our Council remains financially sustainable into the future. You can find our long-term financial plan on our website. The 21-22 budget is a balanced budget. We've forecast income of $393 million and operating expenses of $347 million. When we take away the $35 million in income for capital grants, we achieve an operating surplus of $11 million. The forecast surplus from the operating budget will in part fund new community assets in the Capital Works program and be applied to paying down $5 million in loans. Since 2016, Council will have repaid $72 million in debt inherited from the former councils. We've budgeted for efficiency savings of $2.75 million, which includes savings from a new renewable energy electricity supply agreement, saving $230,000 in 21-22 and an estimated $1.9 million over the next 7 years. It will also reduce Council's carbon emissions by 20,000 tonnes of carbon dioxide per annum from 2021. We're proposing a significant capital works program of $106 million in 21-22. The program will support our community as it recovers from the COVID-19 pandemic and continue to build economic, environmental and social resilience while providing opportunities for local employment. We propose to spend a little over $65.2 million on new assets such as building new surf clubs, improving pedestrian safety around schools, new parks and public amenities, and important infrastructure that protects our environment. We're also spending $40.4 million on renewing existing assets such as our extensive road and footpath renewal program and maintaining all our assets to ensure they're kept to a standard our community expects, while also saving ratepayer dollars in the long term. If you'd like to learn more about our proposed Capital Works program for next year, please watch the second webinar in this series. The majority of our income comes from our ratepayers through rates and annual charges. That's 57% of our income. It's a very important part of funding the Council's operations. The dark green and yellow sections of the chart show the user charges, fees and other revenues, which is generally the money we bring in from the different services the Council offers for a fee, like Lakeside Holiday Park, childcare, community centres, parking stations and aquatic centres. This is 23% of our income. 14% of our income comes from grants and contributions for operating and capital projects across the Council. The 6% of income from Kimbriki is used to manage and operate the Kimbriki Waste Facility. Just breaking the rates and annual charges component of our income chart out, as we saw, rates are a significant part of our income. Each year, the Independent Pricing and Regulatory Tribunal, or IPART, measures cost changes for councils in New South Wales and sets the maximum percentage increase that we're able to charge. This number is called the Local Government Cost Index, or the rate peg, or the rate cap. For 21-22, that amount is 2%, and we've applied that increase, which is worth $3.5 million for the Council, into our draft budget. Applying the rate peg enables us to cover annual increases in costs that Council incurs in delivering our existing services and maintaining our assets. As you may be aware, we're required by the New South Wales Government to harmonise the rating structure of the former Manly, Pittwater and Warringah councils by 1 July 2021. This is to ensure a more consistent and equitable approach is applied to rates across the whole council area. Following extensive community consultation on a number of scenarios and options, Council has resolved to fully harmonise the rating structure using a weighted average of the minimum rates of the 3 former council areas. While this will result in some changes for some ratepayers, the Council will not collect any additional income from rates as a result of harmonisation. Council also endorsed the harmonisation of the Stormwater Management Services charge, which previously only applied to former Manly and Pittwater ratepayers, and also chose the most generous pensioner concession arrangements of the former councils. A new hardship policy was also adopted to support people experiencing financial hardship. To find out more about the harmonisation of rates and charges, view the fact sheet on our project page. Our combined budget, that's operating expenses plus the $106 million in capital works, is a total $452 million in 21-22. This slide shows the planned expenditure for each $100 of that budget. If you'd like to know more, check out the Your Dollars at Work fact sheet that's available on our project page. I hope you found this webinar informative. We encourage you to download and read the documents or view the localised snapshot so you can see what's planned for your area. We'd also love to know your thoughts, so please complete the online form and share your feedback. We look forward to hearing from you.